The sun beat down on the Red Sea. A United States Navy F-16 soared through the sky. Its mission was simple: keep the peace. The F-16 was a symbol of American power. The Houthis, backed by Iran, were a dangerous enemy. They aimed to disrupt the balance of power. The Red Sea was a vital shipping lane. The United States Navy would not allow this. The pilot of the F-16 was highly trained. He scanned the horizon, looking for trouble. The Red Sea was a powder keg. One wrong move could set it off. The F-16 was a symbol of hope. The calm was shattered in an instant. A missile launch was detected. The Houthis had made their move. They were targeting the F-16. The missile was of Iranian design. The F-16's radar detected the threat. An alarm blared in the cockpit. The pilot's training kicked in. He knew he had seconds to react. The missile was closing in fast. The pilot acted quickly. He put the F-16 into a defensive maneuver. The Houthis believed their attack would be successful. They were about to face the consequences. Deep within Yemen, a Houthi launch team tracked their prey. They had been tracking the F-16 for hours. The order to fire came abruptly. The missile leaped from its launcher. The soldiers erupted in cheers. The F-16, however, was not alone in the sky. The Houthis lacked the technology to orchestrate such an attack independently. Iran had been funneling upgraded components to their Houthi allies. Iranian technicians had modified the missile's guidance system. This attack bore the unmistakable fingerprints of Iranian involvement. Iran sought to challenge American dominance in the region. The attack on the F-16 would be a propaganda coup for Iran. Unbeknownst to the Houthis, their attack was not a surprise. A U.S. Navy MQ-4C Triton had been monitoring their activities. The Triton detected the missile launch. It relayed this information to the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. The Combat Information Center sprang to life. The F-16 was not alone in this dangerous airspace. The F-16 pilot, callsign Shadow, was no stranger to danger. The missile's launch triggered an immediate response. High above, an EA-18G Growler monitored the situation. The Growler's electronic warfare officer, callsign Echo, unleashed jamming signals. The missile's guidance system began to falter. The Houthi missile was now flying blind. Shadow wrestled with the F-16's controls. He executed high-G maneuvers to shake off the missile. The ground rushed beneath him. The missile was still a deadly threat. Shadow relied on his training and instincts. He had to stay one step ahead of the missile. Echo watched as Shadow's F-16 danced across the sky. He coordinated with Shadow, providing real-time updates. Shadow deployed a volley of countermeasures. The sky erupted in a dazzling display of light. The missile veered sharply off course. The danger was far from over. The skies above the Red Sea had become a deadly game of cat and mouse. Echo continued to provide Shadow with vital information. The Houthi missile was still a threat. Shadow knew he couldn't outrun the missile forever. He needed to find a way to neutralize the threat. The Houthis believed their missile was closing in for the kill. Aboard the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, the tension was palpable. The attack on the F-16 had galvanized the entire carrier strike group. The captain addressed the crew over the intercom. "This is not a drill. We will respond swiftly and decisively." Fighter jets were prepped for launch. The time for practice was over. This was the real deal. In the skies above the Red Sea, the situation remained fluid and dangerous. Just when the situation seemed most dire, a voice crackled over the radio. "Shadow, this is Hammerhead 1. We have you on visual." Two FA-18 Super Hornets roared into view. They were the embodiment of American air power. They were about to demonstrate why they were called the Angels of Death. Hammerhead 1 wasted no time. The pilot launched a pair of AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles. The missiles homed in on their target. The AMRAAMs struck with pinpoint accuracy. The Houthi missile was reduced to a shower of burning debris. The immediate threat had been neutralized, but the battle was far from over. Section 4. The Fog of War. On board the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, the mood was tense but controlled. The crew, their faces illuminated by the glow of radar screens and computer terminals, worked tirelessly to maintain situational awareness. The fog of war, that chaotic blend of uncertainty and incomplete information, hung heavy in the air. The captain, his gaze fixed on a large tactical display, barked out orders, his voice calm but firm. Launch the second wave. Target the Houthi missile site. We need to take out that threat before they can launch another attack. In response to the captain's orders, another wave of aircraft, this time a mix of F/A-18S and EA-18Gs, thundered off the carrier deck, their engines screaming defiance as they soared into the sky. Their mission to strike back at the source of the attack and eliminate the Houthi missile battery. Meanwhile, deep within Yemen, the Houthi missile crew, still celebrating their perceived victory, were caught completely off guard. They had no idea that their attack had been thwarted, no warning of the storm that was about to break upon them. Section 5. Shifting Sands. The American aircraft, guided by a combination of satellite imagery, drone reconnaissance, and real-time intelligence feeds, approached their target with deadly precision. They flew low, hugging the terrain to avoid enemy radar, their presence masked by the Growler's electronic warfare. The Houthi missile site, nestled among the rugged mountains, seemed quiet, almost peaceful. The crew, unaware of the impending attack, went about their duties, blissfully ignorant of the fate that awaited them. They would soon learn that the sands of war can shift with terrifying speed. The American aircraft, having reached their designated attack positions, unleashed their ordnance with devastating effect. Guided bombs, equipped with laser guidance systems and GPS targeting, slammed into the Houthi missile launchers, reducing them to twisted wreckage. Secondary explosions ripped through the site, engulfing the area in a fiery inferno. The Houthi missile crew, their dreams of victory turned to ashes in an instant, had no time to react. Their carefully concealed missile site, once a symbol of their defiance, was now a smoldering crater, a testament to the overwhelming power of the United States military. The message was clear: attack America and face the consequences. Section 1. Eyes in the Sky. High above the swirling chaos of the retaliatory strike, a silent sentinel maintained its vigilant watch. The MQ-4C Triton, its advanced sensors tirelessly scanning the battle space, provided a critical advantage: real-time intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, or ISR. The Triton, operating at altitudes exceeding 60,000 feet, remained well beyond the reach of enemy defenses, its sophisticated cameras and sensors capturing a panoramic view of the unfolding drama below. This unmanned aircraft, a marvel of modern engineering, served as the eyes and ears of the American forces, relaying a constant stream of data to command centers both at sea and on land. The Triton's cameras, capable of zooming in on individual targets from miles away, provided a clear view of the Houthi missile site, both before and after the American airstrike. Its infrared sensors detected the heat signatures of the missile launchers, even when concealed beneath camouflage netting or hidden within caves. This real-time intelligence proved invaluable to the American commanders, allowing them to assess the situation accurately, plan their response effectively, and minimize the risk to their own forces. The Triton, a silent guardian in the sky, ensured that the American military maintained the upper hand in this dangerous game of chess. Section 2. Real-time intelligence. The Triton's data, transmitted via satellite link to the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower and other command centers, was instantly analyzed by intelligence specialists, providing crucial insights into the enemy's capabilities and intentions. This real-time intelligence flow allowed the American commanders to anticipate the Houthis' moves, stay one step ahead, and adapt their strategy accordingly. The Triton, for instance, detected the movement of additional Houthi forces towards the initial missile launch site, suggesting an attempt to reinforce their position. Armed with this knowledge, the American commanders redirected a flight of F/A-18S, originally tasked with providing close air support, to intercept these reinforcements. The F/A-18S, armed with precision-guided munitions, arrived just as the Houthi reinforcements entered a narrow mountain pass, effectively boxing them in. The ensuing airstrike, swift and decisive, decimated the Houthi convoy, preventing them from reinforcing their comrades at the missile site. This ability to adapt to the changing dynamics of the battlefield, thanks to the Triton's real-time intelligence feeds, proved essential to the American victory. The Houthis, outmaneuvered and outgunned, found themselves constantly reacting to American actions, unable to regain the initiative. The Triton's ISR capabilities provided valuable strategic intelligence. Constant surveillance of the Red Sea allowed tracking of Iranian vessels supplying the Houthis. The Triton's cameras captured images of cargo, providing evidence of Iranian support. Shared intelligence exposed Iran's activities and built support for sanctions. The Triton served as a deterrent, monitoring Iranian and Houthi actions. Their every move being watched disrupted their supply lines. The Triton played a pivotal role in shifting the conflict's tides. It became an indispensable asset in the fight against terrorism. The Red Sea, a vital waterway connecting the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean, has long been a focal point of international trade and rivalry. The U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, based in Bahrain, safeguards American interests and ensures the free flow of commerce. Piracy, terrorism, and smuggling add complexity to this strategic region. The U.S. Navy remains committed to upholding freedom of navigation, conducting patrols and training exercises. The Houthi attack on the American F-16, while ultimately unsuccessful, highlighted the precarious nature of the security situation in the Red Sea and the broader Middle East. The Houthis, a Shia Muslim rebel group based in Yemen, have been locked in a brutal civil war with the Yemeni government, backed by a Saudi-led coalition, since 2014. Iran, a regional power with its own ambitions for hegemony, has seized upon the chaos in Yemen to expand its influence, providing the Houthis with weapons, funding, and training. This Iranian support, while often clandestine, has enabled the Houthis to pose a more significant threat to regional stability, as evidenced by their increasingly brazen attacks on Saudi Arabia and now the United States. The United States, while not directly involved in the Yemeni civil war, has found itself drawn into the conflict, albeit reluctantly. American warships have been targeted by Houthi missiles on multiple occasions, and the U.S. has provided logistical support and intelligence sharing to the Saudi-led coalition. This delicate balancing act, seeking to counter Iranian influence while avoiding deeper entanglement in the Yemeni quagmire, poses a significant challenge for American policymakers. The Red Sea, once a relatively stable region, has become a tinderbox, with the potential for even a minor incident to ignite a wider conflagration. The Houthi attack on the U.S. Navy F-16, while audacious, ultimately backfired spectacularly. What began as a brazen attempt to score a symbolic victory against the United States quickly unraveled into a humiliating defeat, exposing the limits of their capabilities and the folly of underestimating American resolve. Instead of achieving their objectives, the Houthis faced swift and devastating retaliation. Their missile launch site was obliterated, their reinforcements decimated, and their supply lines disrupted. The attack, far from deterring the United States, only served to strengthen its resolve and bolster its military presence in the region. The incident served as a stark reminder of the asymmetrical nature of modern warfare. While the Houthis and their Iranian backers may possess some advanced weaponry, they cannot match the United States in terms of military technology, intelligence gathering, or sheer firepower. Their attempts to challenge American dominance in the region, therefore, are fraught with risk and unlikely to succeed. The Houthi miscalculation carries valuable lessons for all actors in this volatile region. It underscores the dangers of relying on outdated tactics and overestimating one's capabilities. It highlights the importance of clear communication, strategic foresight, and a sober assessment of the potential consequences of one's actions. The incident in the Red Sea provides insights into evolving naval warfare. Advanced anti-ship missiles and sophisticated non-state actors pose new challenges. The U.S. Navy must adapt to maintain its dominance. Investing in new technologies and refining tactics is crucial. Unmanned systems like the MQ-4C Triton will be key. Electronic warfare, cyber operations, and AI are vital. Lessons from the Houthi attack extend beyond the Red Sea. Adaptation and innovation are essential for future naval warfare. The U.S. Navy is well positioned to lead in this new era.